Hello. So, in this video vlog, I'm going to be talking about um, breathing as a tool. Um, Breathing is a very useful tool. Speaking from my experience, I haven't been using breathing very, let's say, in this way that I'm trying to do now. Um, Breathing is one of those tools that have been around since the beginning of the Desteni process, specifically for using to step out of your mind. And it has been said very clearly that the mind, thoughts, energy cannot exist within breath. That when you're really here, breathing in your physical body, simply breathing, if you really stick to that breathing, the energy will dissipate because it's not being fed through your awareness, your attention. When you're just here physical, breathing, the mind isn't fed. That being said, of course, you can breathe in a very fake way, energetic way, where you're not within your physical body, breathing as the breath, with the breath. You could potentially create more energy, like thinking like breathing in a very holy way. I guess the best way to put it, when you're breathing, it's very natural. Just you're not holding on to it and like kind of like making it like something it's not, something unnatural. Like I don't know, it just you just kind of know. And I guess that's just a point of self-honesty that has to be developed, but in practice, of course, to get a feel for it. Now that being said, I started a process like in 2009 or so, and I did do breathing early on, but over the years, I really haven't focused on breathing as much. Much of my focus and attention has been within writing and self-forgiveness and kind of understanding the mind programs that are going on within me. And so, right now, today's the second day of 7 days of commitment to breathe as a tool in stopping the mind, where I unconditionally apply breathing as a tool to stop a thought or an energy or something that comes up within me. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I see that I have a potential to develop becoming more physical. I could also equally say that I have a weakness in not being as physical as I could be. And when I look at all the tools, the only tool that really helps you in terms of the physical from the Desteni tools would be simply breathing or doing things physically, getting something very physical in what you're doing, and then you do it with that awareness of being in your body and being here as your body with it. So I've had moments, such as with dancing, where I do approach it in that physical way. So I do have my own context and areas of my life where I have been very physical. But in general, it's not as strong as it could be. And there are individuals that I've met and known who, to me, it seems that they have developed that point of being much more physical, grounded, and it seems because of, I assume, it's because of applications of breathing and in physically doing things and using that to transcend points, to walk points. And I want to play with that for myself and just see what's possible within using breath and giving myself things to do and putting myself into physical things to experience and live. Thanks to these examples of these individuals that I've met and known. So I'm using their presence and their example to support me within that. And so the difference I see, at least immediately, because this is the second day, I find myself smiling very naturally when no one is around, so it's not for anyone else. I'm just smiling, like I'm just physically feeling so good within my body. Like maybe as if my body has more oxygen, I guess. One way to put it is so like supported and like awake. Another point is I notice positive experiences don't really exist as energy within my body while breathing, and it's more negative based thought. And so that's a theory I have where within breathing it's very effective in stopping the positive energies. And what I noticed within my process of work with understanding, within writing to understand a program or system, I was able to really work with negative energies very well, very easily, and reduce positive energy, but it's still lingering there in some ways. So with breathing does seem to eliminate positive energy and also greatly reduce negative energy, negative thoughts. However, it needs that more understanding side of myself that I've developed. And so with the two together, it's like a dangerous combo, where then I'm able to more effectively direct myself in something. It's a bit of a theory that I'm practicing, investigating. But I definitely suggest anyone who's within positive energy, kind of a possession of it, to just use breathing. And even in general, just to use breathing, because we all have positive energy possessions that has to be faced. All of us, equally so. And that's what I'm doing. And I noticed that my days are more quieter, like inside myself. And I had a reaction this morning because today, Saturday, I went to the beach because I wanted to give myself that physical experience, that physicalness of, going there and hearing the sound of the waves, which is something physical. Smelling the smells of the salt in the air, which is something also physical. Simply feeling the sand, laying in the sand, feeling the sun, the air. Giving myself that physicalness and doing it within that physicalness and doing within breath. And I live in Miami and I never go to the beach, and I wanted to do that and to make this something regular for myself that I give myself. And that's what I did. And with that starting point of developing that more physical living, where I do things that are physical more, as opposed to, let's say, more cognitive or mental entertainment, more, outdoors. Like I'm someone that enjoys outdoors, but I never go outdoors. Have that side of me, but never live it physically. So this is, let's say, a correction point or a point of expansion within this dimension of becoming more physical in my living, in my understanding, in my expression. So while going to the beach, I went by myself, and I had a reaction of going by myself because I never go to the beach by myself. It's always with other people and family, over the years. It's been a very long time though, but it's that fear of being by myself. Like I don't have anyone to rely on if I'm in trouble, let's say, And all these really weird fears because I've been by myself, I've traveled by myself, I've done things by myself, but it's more of simply point of physical reaction, possession. And I applied the tool of breathing. And some of the nature of the possession was something like, by myself. If there's other people out there, they can gang up on me. They can do stuff to me. And, with the nature of it being negative, I did apply breathing, but I also applied some basic understanding, common sense. Well, I am able to take care of myself. I am able to physically protect myself, physically move and act in the moment to safeguard me and maintain my safety. And that's what matters. That I can physically act. I am able to act and do and move. And I trust that, and within myself, it's more kind of reminding myself that in the moment of possession with some common sense. And with the understanding, then with breathing, I was able to, let's say, stabilize it, at least temporarily, in the moment of the possession. And I did continue the whole drive to the beach. And when I arrived, I was in the moment there, like here I am. And I walked out to the water, to the beach itself from the parking. And I walked around and I scouted where I wanted my spot to be before carrying myself over, because there's a fair amount of stuff. And there I faced the point of being alone on the beach, having people see me, seeing other people, seeing the environment, and just breathing and just walking. And then I brought myself over, brought my stuff over. I had my shovel, which I had thoughts of being like I'm standing out, like being very self-conscious. Here's a guy carrying a shovel from a garden, like a big ass shovel. But I continued moving, breathing, being me, being physical. And I directed myself, within being alone. And I very much enjoyed me and creating a good, nice moment and time with me. I ended up creating a chair in the sand with a shovel, which was my, kind of a plan. Obviously, I could do other things with it too. It's very versatile. It was very quick, very easy. It was very nice. And, had my whole thing there planned out. And it was a very nice time. So, with breathing, being physical, and doing physical things more, we'll see what opens up. Today's day 2, tomorrow's day 3. I'm obviously applying this here within this vlog, the same kind of, let's say, presence or expression. And I'm interested to see how this combines with my process where I apply understanding, because what I'm seeing is that there are systems out there that really need to be walked on both sides in this way that I'm doing. Really understanding the system itself, the components, and then also breathing this way. Really living it very physical. This physical presence. Because there are points, let's say, that are just so deep and so ingrained. Compared to other points that are very much more surfaced, much more weaker, and very easily handled simply by breathing or simply by understanding. Now I'm looking at points that are so immense that need both applications, which is things that I'm involved with, including positive energies. So I look forward to see what emerges from this. We'll see. It's going to be fun. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.